Good evening, everyone. Hello. Good to see you guys. Welcome back to another week. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. Maybe an extended weekend for some of you guys. A great weekend, I'm sure, for families. And I'm going to just announce at the top of this that I have had some extraordinarily bad Wi-Fi service over the last few hours today and weeks. We're working through it. It's a work in progress. I am operating off of my cell phone's cellular service for now. I've got a backup. Miss J-Lo's here. I see her with her smile. So if my Wi-Fi, well, I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I don't even trust it anymore. I'm on my cell. So um, we'll see how that goes. But we've got a backup here tonight. So welcome everyone to our huddle. If you're new to the huddle, welcome. If you're a guest, you are in the right spot. This is the TBC. We're the True Blue community. Every week we get together, entrepreneurs all over the US and outside of the US, actually, to discuss topics and things that can help us grow our business and help other people, as we say, move families forward. That's what we're absolutely doing here at our core. All of our decisions, even the very reason why we do this Zoom, is to help move families forward. So we're going to do that tonight. We're going to have some fun discussing things. We got some great people here. I see some familiar faces. So it's always great to see you guys here. I will keep an eye on the chat. And well, let's start this out. I've been challenging you guys the last few weeks about your ability to, let's just say, get things done. I don't mind the word selling. Some people have this real emotional attachment. Like, I don't want to sell because I'm bothering someone. And without repeating myself every week, but I just feel it necessary to say, every one of you are salesmen. Every one of you are salesmen. And if you look around your home right now or wherever you're at, if you look left and you look right, everything your eyes land on, someone sold. Everything your eyes land on, someone sold it. I'm looking at Sabrina. She's got a closet door behind, some door with doorknobs and hinges behind her. Someone sold that doorknob and hinges to somebody, and it probably got sold several times. So it's profit on top of profit on top of profit. Okay, Jared and Amber, I see a refrigerator back there. I can't see the brand, but someone sold that refrigerator back there. Okay, so you guys get the point. It's a good talent to have. It's a lifelong skill to have, and what I've been challenging you guys with, and I'm hoping maybe some of you can share a little bit. I've been challenging you guys to go out of your way to maybe persuade people to do things that you need done. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. I told you guys a few weeks ago, I cleaned my truck and instantly it got rained on. And it almost makes me start twitching because I just wasted an hour of my life. And so I got a free car wash the next day, even though the car wash doesn't offer free car washes. And I'm still proud of that. Now, what about you guys? If it's not that, just any wins for the week. I'd love to hear what you guys have going on. Let's start with Dr. Terry.
Okay, so today I was going over receipts that I have, and I discovered that a couple of weeks ago I took my standard poodle over to the Tractor Supply because they have this car wash, this helpy selfie dog wash thing, and it's $10. And normally my dog is groomed every month, but she needed a bath. So I go and get her bathed and and I paid for it going in. But then on my way out, I decided to pick up some dog food and cat food. And I did that. And so anyway, I'm comparing these receipts and I realized on the way out, the girl charged me again $10 for the dog wash. So you have this challenge going on. I don't need the $10 and I don't need to drive across town to get it, but I never had that win. So, okay, so I got back in my car and I go over and I get the manager and I had to really do a lot of talking to make him understand I only have one dog. I got pictures and I got a cat. I'm not gonna wash the cat. And same day, same receipt. On the way in, I paid, and on the way out, I paid again for the same service, and I got my $10 back.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And it's funny, this is Dr. Terry Tomlinson.
I
Even
know.
doctors are nervous to do this type of stuff. So yeah, it's not it's doesn't come normal, even though if you're good at it. All right. Let's go to Sandy Tuggle.
So I told Miss Lily here about your challenge,
Okay.
and so she has a little something she'd like to say.
Well, I've been like like uh talking to Advantage and just trying to like persuade them, and I'll update you guys next week.
Okay, you're working on it. Okay, good. Good, good, good. That's awesome. I mean, how cool is that our kids can start learning some skills that are life lessons to learn. So good for you, Lily. You're quite the little entrepreneur, that's for sure. So keep it up. Sabrina, let's go to Sabrina.
All right, I got my neighbor to fix my lawnmower. I got my dad to let me use his condo for the weekend. And I got a new customer on the 3-month subscription of Protandem and away from a pharmacist where he was paying $75 per bottle because I already have his wife on subscription on the same thing. So we've been trying to get him for years, and so he finally did.
Nice job. Nice job. I don't know which one's more significant, the neighbor with the lawnmower, the condo, or the subscription, but nevertheless,
The
good,
neighbor
good.
with the lawnmower, it saves a lot of money every week.
Good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. And so, okay, did I just have to know, like, did you give it some thought with the neighbor? Like, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to approach it. Or did you just wing it? How'd you do it?
No, I just winged it. I
Okay.
went out there and I started trimming my yard first, and he knows
Yeah.
I usually cut my yard first because it wouldn't crank.
Okay.
Well, let me
Okay.
go ahead and he was like, "Hey, um, how's your lawnmower doing?" And I was like, "Well, it won't start." But it really
Excellent.
wasn't that hard. Plus, he and his wife want to keep me away from asking the wrong people to help me.
Okay, well that's good. You guys are helping. You guys are helping. You guys are helping each other. And so, for some of you guys here, especially if you're guests, you might be going like, "What am I watching right now? What is this?" Let me tell you, what's happening is very significant because most of us, as you've heard, a lot of times we'll just go, you know what, whatever. I'll just deal with it. I'll just take it. I'll just take it. I'll just take this burden on. I'll just take this burden on. I'll just pay for it. I'll just pay for it. And at some point, that starts to not start working out for people. And it's really beneficial for us to be able to communicate effectively, to be able to get things done that we need done in a certain way. It's a skill that leaders have. If you are going to win big in business, you've got to have good communication skills and the ability to persuade groups of people to buy into your ideas. And if you do that, we're not talking about fixing a lawnmower or getting a free car wash or a dog wash. We're talking about earning tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars with the same techniques. It's just a bigger payday. I hope you guys understand that. Okay. Let's go to Wendy Hogan.
Unmuting. Okay, so one of the things I did recently that was a little scary was I was in Ray Higdon's, one of his training things was a cold prospecting. And I did it because it was scary. And so I thought, well, where am I gonna go? So I went to realtors in Fairbanks, Alaska. That's where I'm from. I'm from Alaska. So that was scary, but I actually had two people respond to me, which is kind of cool. And I noticed I don't even know how I got this influencer person in my Facebook feed, but four people from Life Vantage are this person's friend. I'm not going to say his name, but I
Yeah.
thought, how do I know? How do I know if they won him over and had him buy something? I don't
Right.
know that. I thought
Right.
I'm going to I'm gonna do the spiel. If it doesn't take away from your present business, would you be willing to look at this and see and whatever? Anyway,
Yeah.
he comes back to me and he says, I know a few different people that are with LifeVantage. And I came back and I said, but have you bought from them?
Yeah. Nice.
So I think we're supposed to do more of that kind of thing, the kind of thing that is scary to do. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and pass out flyers in the downtown center of Oaxaca on collagen. I just have to take what Jill Allison gave me, Jill Windish, and take her little Canva thing and put it through Canva with the translation. Everything takes more steps here, just
Yeah.
saying. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think we need to do more of that kind of thing. And now that's my win. I did that. I also reached out to a political person in Fairbanks and I did it in October and she answered me recently. It's like, why did she answer this one? I don't know. But I said, would you still like to look at the video? She said, sure. Like,
Nice.
okay.
Nice. Well, good job. Good job. And thanks for sharing that. And it is scary. Anytime we do something new, it is absolutely scary. But the point is that if we will do this consistently, it becomes less scary each time and your skills will improve. If a lot of you guys have not maybe done a LifeVantage business presentation because it might be intimidating. Well, yes, it can be, but by the time you've done 15 or 20 or the 21st or the 22nd, it's not intimidating anymore. But you don't get to the 21st unless you do the first. And the first is going to be bad. You guys, like, listen, I was bad. I don't want to get into it tonight, but my first business presentation was in Alabama and it was bad. I really messed it up. Someone enrolled that night, even though I messed it up. And so, I'm glad you guys are sharing these wins because I think those aren't just little wins. They may seem like little things. Wendy reaching out to realtors in Alaska might seem like a little thing, but it's not because it's outside of our comfort zone. And that's where all growth happens, outside the comfort zone. So, for the rest of you that maybe didn't share tonight, I would encourage you to share in the future. And if you didn't share because you didn't get out of your comfort zone last week, um, you need to, because the reason you guys are here is to move your families forward. That's not happening from your couch in the comfortable zone. People that are uncomfortable, people that are frustrated, they're the ones that are staying in the comfort zone. I hope that's landing with you guys. Okay. So let's move into the second portion of our call. Holly Tomet is here tonight. Impromptu. Thank you, Holly, for jumping in. We kind of had to shuffle the things a little bit here tonight. But Holly is going to share with us, and someone that's here is going to help share with us some of our products and the activation story and some of the impact that's happening. So I'm going to turn that over to you, Holly. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. No worries. Kyla gets the big thank you because she jumped in last minute, willing to share. I was like, who's got a story to share? If you guys don't know Kyla, Kyla's one of my consultants, and we just love her, and she's always plugging in and doing the do. And doesn't surprise me, she stepped up to share, like literally like 10 minutes ago. So we appreciate you, Kyla. But this story I know is it's a little gut wrenching, it's a little hard, but there's also some really there's hope in it. And so, Kyla, I'm just gonna let you take it away. I'm not even gonna intro the story. I just want you to share what you're gonna share, but it's quite a health story. And yeah, I think it brings a lot of hope. So, and don't forget to share what products like you were actually using, incorporating too. But take it away.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that because I am going to try not to cry. Just prefacing that for everybody. So start to slow down. I'm just choking it back. Okay. So I have been with LifeVantage now for almost a year. It'll be a year next month. I signed up with the business pack. I wanted to try everything. I kind of wanted to know everything. I did a big deep dive, but Holly shared the ABC primetime video with me, and I had already been looking for natural ways to help with a hormonal imbalance that I've struggled with that has, cost me some pregnancies previously. And at that time, when Holly reached out to me, it was 6 months after I had just went through experiencing a pregnancy where I had a cyst develop on my right ovary, which grew at such a rapid rate, it was going to cause a uterine rupture and I was going to bleed to death internally, which brought me to an emergency surgery where my baby did not survive, but I also lost the ability to have any future pregnancies. So that was something really difficult that I was not expecting to have to deal with. The whole time we knew that cyst was there, we knew it was growing. I had, really hoped, had my whole church praying over us. We're just trying to have the best positive, thoughts and experience we could have during that. And unfortunately, it just was out of control and ultimately ended very sadly. After I started with the business pack, I had been on everything, but I primarily was focusing on NRF2, just wanting to make sure that I was as consistent with that as possible, just from the primetime video and all the things that it had mentioned in there quickly. And so I already have the belief in changing my hormones naturally. My doctor, Dr. P, is awesome, and he's not, he's in Western medicine, but he has seen me over the years now, and that's been just a very constant thing with me as my hormones have been off. So I had a scheduled consultation with him a year after that surgery, where he had expected to see more cyst growths and I had taken the Tri-Synergizer packs, I had taken collagen, I had done the NRF2 just by itself before taking the Tri-Synergizer. I have been on every product except for the prebio and the probio. I didn't really take those consistently. The Mind Body I was on, and so at my checkup with him, my consultation, I didn't have a single cyst growth at all, not anywhere in my entire, reproductive organ. So now that is the one thing that I know I will never be missing. And my children are on it. I split one between each of them. They just turned 8 years old. Hormone things can be hereditary, they can be environmental. So I'm just so thankful that even if nothing else happened with this business, even though I've already made some money in this business, if anything else didn't happen, like I'm just so thankful for just that experience. So
I love that. I know that was so important, especially when your doctor had predicted this is what to expect, right? And we hear that a lot with not that Western medicine is bad, right? But we hear that a lot. They just expect things, whether it's an autoimmune issue or I've got a neighbor with RA. It was just expected for her to deteriorate. And instead she's back to golfing and she's back to working out. And we love those stories where it was the unexpected when you go to your doctor's appointment. I know that wasn't an easy thing to share, but I'm so thankful that you stepped up to do that because I think that, like I said, I just think it's a story of hope. And so I love you took time to share with us. Thanks, friend.
Thank you guys so much, Kylie. Yeah, that was Holly. Thank you for setting that up. But I don't know about you guys in the chat. That was one of the better product stories I've heard in a long time. I don't know if you guys agree, but you could just tell. I don't know if it was her nerves or the little bit of time to think about it, but it was so authentic. It was just her speaking, and that's awesome. So, congratulations on the good checkup. And yeah, a lot of us that have been around the products for longer than a year are not surprised. Doctors are still surprised. Like my wife and I've said we do blood work a couple times a year, and our doctors are still like, blown away by some of our markers, and we're like, how many times have we told you we're activated? Like, come on. Or what am I knocking on wood here? Like, come on. So yes, and it gets better, you guys. Once you get activated and your body starts, you're allowing your body to function at a higher level. Dr. McCord used to say that if you think of a piano that starts to age, it gets out of tune. And the thing to do is to bring in a expert that knows the piano and will retune it so that a piano can age but still sound better, and in some cases as better or even better than it was brand new. And that's what Protandem does. These are his words. It helps retune the genome. So some genes that are overexpressed that might cause cysts, we're not connecting the two, but some genes that are overexpressed are down tuned, they're down regulated. Because some genes, as we get older, are overexpressed, like our inflammatory genes get overexpressed. And then there's some genes as we get older are underexpressed, and protandem upregulates. So it deregulates some and it upregulates others. Like we know when you take protandem that it upregulates your body's production of SOD and glutathione and a lot of other things. I could call Dr. Terry in here and she'd start rattling off all kind of stuff for you guys. Kyla, your hands up. You got something to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to share. I did show him the ABC primetime video, my doctor, Dr. P. I did share that with him. I believe, I'm going to put it out there right now that he's going to, come to it eventually. But as of right now, he was like, well, that was nice. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I'll tell you guys real quickly. I know a lot of you want your people in your medical world to get educated, right? It's a natural process. Some won't listen, and that's just a nature of the beast. Probably because ego, especially if you've got a male doctor. Sorry, guys, saying we all have egos bigger than women. That's part of our problem with network marketing. If you guys ever want to know why, well, one of the reasons why there's less men in network marketing than women, it's because men have bigger egos. And when a man gets told no, it hurts that ego worse than it hurts a female ego. Just so you know, and if you're taking notes out there, guys. Okay. And so anyway, guys are tough. We don't get told no. If you told no, we fight you, and that doesn't work really good in network marketing. We're not going to fight. So anyway, short story. I had my chiropractor at the time. Not he poo-pooed me, right? Like basically threw the information in the trash. And I love this guy. Like he was able to help my spine in ways that other chiropractors hadn't. And he made me so mad that I decided I'm going to see another chiropractor. Because if this guy, I told him, I say, hey, listen, if you won't even read the studies, it really bothers me that I don't think I'm getting the best medical treatment in your office because you're missing some big stuff. And I'm like, I'm done. Here's the short story. We enrolled a friend that was a nurse. That nurse's son was going to the same clinic. That same clinic had another chiropractor that really appreciated the knowledge of this nurse. And this chiropractor's mom was going through cancer. The nurse, who's a LifeVantage distributor, says, you need to know about Protandim F2. He looks like at it. He falls in love. He's like, absolutely, puts his mom on. His mom had good results. He became a consultant. I talk to him still today. So guess what? The practice enrolled. So the doctor that I want he didn't enroll, but his practice did through another chiropractor. Guys, so don't, it's weird the way things work sometimes. Okay. I didn't get the practice. A nurse that I signed up got the practice. Okay. So in the last couple minutes, I want to share with you guys something that's happening within the company that is significant. Most of you probably have heard this. There's a promotion that has launched, and it's going to run for 90 days. And there's two things that I want you to understand, and to fully understand it, go to the website or go to your email that came in today. There's a link there that discusses this promo. But basically, you guys know we have a share bonus. When we sell a product or we sell one of our packs, right? When someone joins us, there is a share bonus of 10%. All right, 10%. The company, and there's a few bonuses that stack. Okay, I don't want anybody to think it's only 10%. It's 10% plus whatever's on your level bonus, okay, whether you're 5%, 7%, or 10%. There's an extra 10% the company is putting in. So for a lot of you guys listening to this right now, it means you're going to be earning 30% on enrollments because you already get paid 10 plus whatever level you're on. A lot of you get paid 10% on your first level, okay? A lot of you guys are doing this, okay? So this bonus now, the share bonus isn't 10%, it's 20% now. The share bonus for the next 90 days is 20%. And If you want to confirm it, because I'm human and I make mistakes, go to your website and click on the links and read it. Okay. In addition to that, they are adding rank advancement cash bonuses. Rank advancement cash bonuses. And in the chat, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I think they're starting those. Is it at SC1? I'm getting some nods. Okay. At SC1, they are starting these cash bonuses. So if you are a consultant three or any of those earlier ranks, and you get to SC1 this month, I believe it's $100 or $150. It's one of the two that they're going to pay you in addition to your commissions. And then every rank up, so SC2, SC3, all the way to EC1, so through the managing consultant ranks as well, they're going to give you bonuses and they stack. So if you rank advance in April, and then maybe you rank advance in May or June or either two of those 3 months, you'll get each consecutive rank advancement. Okay, all the way up to EC1, which I think is $1,000 right now for rank advancement bonuses, in addition to the extra 10% for the share bonus. Okay, so you guys, big things there, right? Big things that are on the table for the next 90 days. And we are doing a push here inside the TVC. And you're going to have more opportunities than you've ever had to get people in front of this information. Now, we're already doing quite a bit. I know we're doing the huddles. We have guests on here tonight, I'm sure. Thank you again for being here and checking out the community. We on Tuesday nights, you guys know there's been a Zoom and a podcast called Why Would They? A phenomenal opportunity for you guys to build your business there. A lot of you guys are doing your own personal presentations for your groups and your teams. Congratulations there. You're going to see some new presentations happening with some of the team leaders here. They give you yet another opportunity each week to plug your people in, and we are pushing. And so keep a lookout, guys, for the opportunity to participate in some of these smaller groups. Call them accountability groups. Some of you guys do this very well, but we in this community, we kind of have a saying that we walk with the walkers and we will run with the runners. And what that means is everybody's at a different time in their life with this business. And most of us kind of start out walking. Truthfully, I started out walking. It took me almost 4 weeks to get my first business partner. So I would consider that kind of walking. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do this business at first because I just didn't understand it. Well, real quickly, I realized what I had my hands on and I saw the opportunity and I started running. And so that's what we do here. We look for people who want to walk. We've got things like this right here, this Zoom. If you're kind of like just busy and you have a million things going on, that's one of the main reasons we do this huddle each week is for the people who are so super busy. I can just be on one thing a week. I can get somebody on a Zoom. That's one of the reasons why we do this very huddle is so that you guys have something to plug in despite this crazy busy week. But for some of you guys that are ready to build and create real leverage, move your families forward. You're going to see more opportunities than ever. But here's the thing. You guys, if you are wanting more out of this opportunity, it's as simple as this. You need to be having more conversations. That's it. Most people whose business is not moving fast enough, it's because they are maybe just building from 1 week to the next. In other words, I have this one call on Monday night at 8:30 that I build with. And then for the rest of the week, you're not plugging people into things. So that means your business is only really growing potentially one night a week. When really you should be building this business daily. Daily. Daily, you build the business. That's what ITT is. Be moving people through that system where you're inviting every day. You're showing them a tool, videos, or an assortment of things, articles, studies, things that can provide answers to see if they're open. Like Wendy Hogan said, right? She's inviting more conversations, sometimes to strangers. That's why this whole thing, guys, around um, your wins for the week and potentially getting outside your comfort zone. It's because I know in order for you guys to have this business to grow the way you want it to grow, you're going to have more conversations than just the people you like talking to. And I don't know about you guys, but the older I get, the less people I really have to talk to, and I'm good. I'm just saying, I can be real happy with just being around like five people. I don't have to be around hundreds of people all the time. Okay. And so I know for me, my days of talking to my warm market are long gone. So that means the majority of my conversations to grow my business is with people that I've had to meet that I didn't know before I joined. And by the way, across this profession, the rule usually is your biggest runners are people you meet after you said yes. Your biggest leaders will be people you meet after you said yes to LifeVantage. And I would say, in addition to that, the people that your organization uncovers, like a lot of you guys, a lot of the amazing people that are here tonight. I didn't personally enroll probably too many of the people that are on this Zoom tonight, but they found someone who found someone who found you. Even if you're a guest here, our networks found you. And that's the beauty thing, the beautiful part about this is when you have something as good as what we've got our hands on. You heard Kyla. You've heard some of these experiences. This is an amazing product, teamed with an amazing company. We're not going to stop talking about it. We love what we do, and we're going to find people, and we'd rather those people that we find, we'd rather you be a part of finding them so that we can help move your family forward too. If you're a guest here, that's what we want to do. We want to move your family forward. If you say no to this, we're still going to find your network in a good way. We're going to help them, but we'd rather you help them and you move your family forward. That's what we're doing here. So if you're a guest, get with the person that put you on here. Tell them I'm ready to move my family forward. Get your pack and let's go. We'll be back here next Monday. We have digital training so you can start tonight. You guys, thank you all for being here. I hope you guys had a great weekend. But for the next 90 days, let's run, guys. Let's go get some of this rank advancement money. Let's go get you that extra 10% of the share bonus. And most importantly, let's move some families forward. All right. So you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you guys next Monday.